Peter Thiel's book 0 to 1 recently caught my attention. Founder and CEO of PayPal, Peter Thiel sold PayPal to eBay for $1.5 billion in 2002. Peter Thiel's original team members at PayPal, who he personally hired and mentored, went on to create companies like Yelp, LinkedIn, and YouTube after the sale. The billion-dollar companies have altered how we use the internet. According to the number of successful companies Peter Thiel has influenced, he knows how to build a billion-dollar business and create a better future. According to Peter Thiel's book 0 to 1, there are 3 counterintuitive ways to start a business and build a better life. Number 1. Bet on a contrarian truth. In your opinion, what important truth do very few people agree with you on? Jobs knew that a physical keyboard was neither necessary nor desirable, but almost everyone at the time disagreed with him. He knew we would use a smartphone in the future. Uber and Airbnb bet on the contrarian truth that you and I would want to travel in a stranger's car or stay in a stranger's home. Netflix bet on the contrarian truth that most of us love binge watching. The best answers to the contrarian question reveal a truth about how people will act in the future in ways that they are unwilling to admit right now or are unaware of. Peter Thiel says that all failed companies are the same. They failed to escape competition, so it is so important to bet your business on a contrarian truth. If you do not, then your company is headed for bankruptcy. The chances of avoiding competition dramatically increase when you bet your business on a contrarian truth, mainly because most people will ignore you and believe you're crazy for long enough for you to build a significant lead in a specific market where no one can catch you. It's important to be cautious when betting on a contrarian truth that has its time. There was a green tech revolution in the late 2000s. The green tech revolution was based on a contrarian truth that we would all go from non-renewable resources like oil and natural gas to renewable resources like solar and wind. It may have been, and it still will be a truth of humanity, but it was a truth whose time hadn't come yet. Solar panel technology wasn't where it needed to be to make the green tech revolution feasible at that time. So before starting a business, ask yourself, is my success dependent on outworking the competition or being courageous enough to bet on a contrarian truth whose time has come? Number 2, if you want to start a big business, start by dominating a small market. In the beginning, Jeff Bezos dreamed of building an all-encompassing store. However, he did not begin by doing so. The niche market he focused on was online book sales, which was a perfect place to dominate since all books are similar in size and shape, making them easy to ship. A book reader is also an ideal target market for Bezos since they are often well-educated and typically have disposable income to buy future goods that he will offer through his everything store. In order to fund his expansion into adjacent markets such as online, CD and DVD sales, Jeff Bezos was able to generate enough cash flow free of competition to generate enough cash flow to help him grow his business. The first entrepreneur to dominate the crucial segment of the market with viral potential will be the last mover in the entire market, not 1% of a billion-dollar market. Number 3, strive to be a monopoly. What? Are our monopolies evil? Well, yes, monopolies that bully their competitors and take advantage of their customers are evil. Most monopolies today don't act like that. In fact, most monopolies are beneficial. Google has a search engine monopoly, which enables them to generate so much profit, which allows them to make a big contribution to society. Are you sure Google would pursue projects like the free internet for everyone, Google Maps, and self-driving cars if they didn't have a search engine monopoly? When you establish a monopoly, you prevent the competition from eating away at your profits, which ensures that you remain in business. Aiming for anything less than monopoly is the equivalent of going out of business. For an example of how to become a monopoly without bribing politicians or resorting to organized crime, think of the big 4: Apple, Google, Facebook, Amazon. Monopoly method. Number 1, brand association. The first brand that comes to mind when you think of an electronic device that makes you look fashionable is Apple, I'm guessing. In the market of fashionable consumer electronics, it is hard for any other brand to compete with Apple, since it is the first brand most people think of when they consider purchasing a device. Monopoly method. Number 2, proprietary technology. In my opinion, Google's search results are 10 times better than Bing's. Because Google's algorithms are 10 times better than its competitor, and they are proprietary, it is difficult to copy them. Monopoly method. Number 3, network effects. I'd guess you use Facebook or Instagram over other social media platforms with better designs because most of your friends are already on Facebook or Instagram, so they are unlikely to switch. If there are too many people on Facebook or Instagram, it's hard to compete. Monopoly method. Number 4, economies of scale. Generally, furniture retailers charge $50 to ship a 100-pound sofa, so why is Amazon offering free shipping? The answer is economies of scale. Since Amazon has such a large infrastructure in place and ships so many products, their fixed operating costs per item are incredibly low, enabling them to make more profit on each item and offset shipping costs. Smaller retailers have a hard time competing with them because of this. You can build a high-growth company and build a better future by betting on a contrarian truth that has come to the fore, then building a big business around it by dominating a small market first. Once you've proven that you can dominate a small market, expand to adjacent markets and aim to become a monopoly of a much broader market by either building a superior network like Facebook, using proprietary technology like Google, or achieving brand association like Apple. In 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel, I got the core message. Any entrepreneur should read this book. I highly recommend it.